everybody. Welcome back to another video. Today I am back in NBA 2K22 and we are going to be starting an expansion franchise, the Las Vegas Vipers. I have been playing a bit of this game recently. I've kind of been getting heavy back into 2K. I was out of it for a little while, not playing the game much, but I don't know, I'm just getting into it now, and yeah, let's turn on let's load these real NBA sliders. Or actually, what's this? Long-term realism. Maybe let's do long-term realism, see what that's all about. I'm assuming that has something to do with contract, inflation, something like that. I'm not sure. But we'll advance with that. And then we are going to select the Vipers. Okay. And we're starting in the regular season. And we are going to download a draft class. Let's do 2022 draft. Let's take this one because my goal for this team is going to be, let's see, I think my goal, I want to do long-term success born out of youth players and drafting. So, let's go to the draft. I want to get young players or people that I think I can flip for good young players or picks. There's some big names here on the board. And I see De'Aaron Fox here. Now the only problem with De'Aaron Fox is his contract. But I think he's a good pickup out of Sacramento. Real quick, I just want to look over everybody that Sacramento has available and see if there's anybody else I'd rather have. But I don't think they will. Yeah. Alright, we're going to take De'Aaron Fox. So we have our starting point guard already. Young guy. De'Aaron Fox has kind of fallen off a little bit in real life, but that's okay. That's okay. Now, I think that I saw down here Malik Monk. He's only on a one-year deal, but he's 23 years old. Not making very much money. Small forward shooting guard. He is kind of on the shorter side, but he's a good shooter, good scorer. I think that he'll be alright to put next to De'Aaron, although we do have an undersized team now. So let's bring in some size, and I think I want to do that with Brandon Clark. He is inside scoring, post defender. He's fast up and down the court guy. He can't really shoot at all, but that's all right. So I think Brandon Clark is going to be our third pick in the expansion draft. Now let's start looking for some other. Let's real fast, since I'm a Portland fan. Let's see who they're offering. Okay, so it's just sort of like this. Let's see who Portland is offering up. See if there's any guys from the team that I like that I want to take. Trenton Watford, big fan of his. Greg Brown, really big fan of his. Joe Ingles, Brandon Williams, Kelton Blevins. Do I go Greg Brown? His driving dunk should definitely be higher there. 20. Trenton Watford is a 74. They have Watford is higher than Brown. He can also play center. let's see what they have there. Watford's potential is a C. Greg Brown's is a C plus. I'm gonna take. Well, they also have CJ Ellaby here, but he's not great. Davis potential is a C as well. I'm gonna take Greg Brown just because I'm a big fan of Greg Brown. In real life, young guy, he's only 20. He's really athletic. I'm not sure if they have his stats and tendencies like they are in actuality, so we'll see how he progresses, but it could be a good pickup for us there. Let's keep it Derek Jones Jr. He would be interesting, but he's a little undersized, and I'd like to get a little bit more shooting, I think. Herb Jones from New Orleans. I'm very surprised they're giving him up, but I definitely need to take Herb Jones. Stretch 4, fantastic player. Watching him this season for New Orleans, he's been insane. Amir Coffey, 6'7", 24-year-old 3-point specialist. His dunk stand, oh, that's not good, but his close shot's a 91. Mid-range is not good, but he's an 82 3-point. His stats are down right now, but it's possible we could get that back up. And his potential's a B minus. I think I want to grab Amir Coffey. That could be good at the 2 guard because Malik Monk is undersized, but Amir Coffey, he's 6'7", so that's fantastic. Now I want to go down to Toronto and see if they're offering up Gary Trent Jr. or not. Let's see, Toronto. No, it doesn't look like they are. Bonka, Johnson. Okay, let's sort by age. Let's go up here. Let's go to some of these younger guys up here. See, Dayron Sharp, JT Thor, Charles Bazzi, Theo Maladon, Vernon Carey Jr., Guy Jones, just kind of Quentin Grimes. I probably need a backup point guard. We can take Bol Bol, but I think they've kind of nerfed Bol Bol. I don't think he becomes the unstoppable force that he usually becomes in this game. Let's look at point guard options here. We need somebody to back up De'Aaron Fox off the bench. Like I said, I want to get younger guys on this team, somebody who can grow. Maybe Trey Jones is only 6'1". I maybe want a bit of a taller point guard coming off the bench. And maybe somebody who can shoot, because De'Aaron Fox isn't that great of a shooter. Theo Maladon, 6'4". Does he have any shooting mid-range? His 3-point's really bad. Okay, let's see, okay. What about that short guy, I guess, Trey Jones? His layup's alright. Close shot's a 94. Mid-range, his 3-point's not good. But what is he good at? His pass accuracy, shot IQ, hands pass IQ. I'm not sure what this guy is good at. What's his potential? C+. What's this guy? Saban Lee. He's a B. Saban Lee, 6'2". Point guard. Driving dunk is high. Close shot, mid-range, 3-point's low, but he has good. This Saban Lee guy's only 22, and he has a B plus potential. So let's take him. Saban Lee, backup point guard behind De'Aaron Fox. Both of them are slashing playmakers, which is a little bit, but let's sort by 3-point percentage. Joe Harris is at the top, but he's 30. Duncan Robinson could be a guy we pick up and maybe we flip him at the deadline. That's maybe not a bad idea. I guess we could keep him too, but flipping at the deadline is also an option. Gabe Vincent, 6'3", shooter. His 3-point is an A-. But if we take him, we can't take Duncan Robinson, and I think Duncan Robinson could be the move here. He's a trade piece or a player, depending on how he turns out for us. Draymond, I just think he's making too much money and he's too old. I don't think we'd get too much from him at the deadline. Monte Morris. Let's see. Monte Morris, 26 point guard, mid-range playmaker. I just don't know. Derek Jones Jr. I guess would be the move here. He's not much of a. Oh, actually, his 3-point is up now, isn't it? His driving dunk's insane. His 3-point's up a bit. Okay, we'll take Derek Jones Jr. And let's also take Chetty Osman. I feel like I always take those guys in these expansion drafts, but let's take Chetty Osman. And then, alright, what other dudes? Kevon Looney could be interesting. 6'9" glass cleaning center. I don't know. Ooh, Kevin Herter, shooting guard, 6'7". He's a good scorer out of Atlanta. Only 23. We'll take Kevin Herter. Maybe we go after one more point guard. Monte Morris, no. You know what, we could take Goran Dragic and flip him at the deadline. He's on a minimum deal. Yeah, let's do that. Let's take Goran Dragic to flip him at the deadline. Because he's on such a cheap amount of money there. Rubio, I don't think he's really a good trade piece for us. Whiteside, no. I'm trying to think maybe now of guys I can just trade out of. Iggy. I could trade Iggy. And maybe could I trade Al Horford? He might make too much money to really make a good trade out of him. But let's see, just looking. Kemba only makes 8. Jusser just makes 11. Any good trade pieces here? Grayson Allen could be an interesting guy, but I don't know. Do I Jalen McDaniels, 23 with an 83 3-point shot? Alright, I'll take Jalen McDaniels. We have a lot of power forwards and small centers, or power forwards and centers, but we'll see. Actually, this is kind of a balanced team, a little bit balanced. Let's look at what our lineups are right now. We have De'Aaron Fox, Amir Coffey, Andre Iguodala, Herbert Jones, Brandon Clark, Malik Monk, Derek Jones Jr., Chetty Osman, Jalen McDaniels, Kevin Herter. Alright. I'm not really mad at that. But like I said, my plan, I want to get pretty much Chet Holmgren, Paolo Banchero, or who's the other guy? I don't remember who the other guy is. But those are the main two guys I want, is either Chet or Paolo. I guess Jaden Hardy would be the other one. But these are the two. Where's Paolo? Oh, they have him down at 8th for some reason. But I want a top, preferably I want the first overall pick. Okay. I'm not gonna play any games this first season, right? Just because I'm not trying to win. Muscala and Ty Jerome, no, I don't want that. Yep, just taking L's. Jalen McDaniels has a bruised hip, he can play through that. Gafford for Clark, I'll decline that trade. That's pretty much De'Aaron Fox hyperextended right shoulder. Okay, we'll rotate him out of there. And it's yeah, let's scout. Let's scout around. Scout best first rounders. Let's scout Holmgren, Durant, Paolo. Let's just scout these guys. Yeah. Alright, advance. Eubanks and Ella B for Monk and a second. I'll decline that. Diallo for Clark. No, I'll decline that. Diallo for Coffee. No, don't want Diallo. We're gonna scout best first rounders. And these guys 100% scouted? No, they're only at 25% scouted. Yeah. Yes, I want to scout those prospects. Oh, I see. That's why. Okay, Jalen Downs' injury is healed. Okay. Conchar and a first round pick, top 3 protected for Herder. Okay, let's look. Conchar is 25. We give up Kevin Herder, who's a kind of a nice piece, I feel like. Wait, oh, but that's a 2024 pick. No, I don't want to do a 2024 pick. Real fast, let's see if we can get trades out here for Iggy. Justin Holiday. Can I get a pick for Iggy? Nope. What about Robinson? KCP, Eric Bledsoe, Dorian Prince, Zach Collins. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything I like here. What if I pair Robinson and Iguodala? Can I get anything? They want me to give up a first in this. That's not happening. Kate Bates, Diop, and Locke Lindell, Thad Young, Amadou Diallo. Yeah, it's not looking like I'm gonna get much for these dudes like I thought I would. Conchar, did I have to go up a first? That's pretty wild. We'll just keep playing up to the deadline and then start making our trades then. Covington and Ojale for Herder. No, I don't want to do that. We're gonna leave them in. De'Aaron Fox. Bring De'Aaron Fox back in. Let's just scout best first rounders. Let's just do that. We'll just do simulate regular season. We're starting to win games now, which I don't want. Oh, that's a first for Kuzma. No, I don't want to do that. Okay, just keep that. Oh, that's annoying. It's like every time. Okay, Brandon Clark is in. KCP for Robinson in a second. That's a big no. Monk for Compazzo and Green. What's our mock drafts looking like right now? What pick are we supposed to have? What is this? We're at the 16th pick right now. That's not good. We need to get some of these good players out of here. Hold on. Is there a way to see their stats? No, not really. Will Chetty get us anybody? I don't really see him being a long-term option for us. For DT, no, I'm good. Plumlee, Lamb, Fournier. Because we need to suck this season. The problem is we're not sucking enough right now. Garrison we're giving up a first. No, I need picks. I'm not giving up picks. Winslow and Watford, for a first. KCP, no. Iggy. What about Iggy and Dragic, like a 2-pack? Elijah Hughes and CJ Ellaby, but we're also giving up a second. Isaac Bonka, Yuta Watanabe, Rodney Magruder. Actually, I wonder real quick, because this is a guy that I can get sometimes. Rui. Dragic and a first is what they want. Wow, so it's always a first. What about Avdia? Wow. Goran Dragic and a first. Malik Monk and a first. Mere Coffee. Why would I not just... Oh, because they give us other guys there. Damn, they really want that first to get Avdia. Although he is highly rated. He's a 3.5-star player. Interesting. I do like Avdia, but I don't want to give up that much. Actually, real quick, let's do this, because I think I like to do load settings, and there is, which one do I use? I think I use this NBA Real GS. That's the one I like to use for the CPU user sliders. The NBA Real GS. Yeah, Dalen Holmgren, 48%. Okay, we're getting there on guys, we're getting there. And we're getting some more L's, which is good. There's a W though. Chetty Osman has broken his hand. Bembry and a first swap worst. No, I'm good. Brandon Clark, bring him back in. I need to get these guys scouted. Like, I need to get Holmgren scouted. Alright, good. A couple more L's in our category. Terrence Davis, Alex Lynn, but top 3 protected. I'm just not doing that. Derrick Rose, no. We don't need Derrick Rose on this team. Okay, good. We're almost there on these guys. One more should do it. We get those guys 200% scouted, which would be good. Alright, getting too many W's. Too many W's. I just need to make a trade on one of these guys. We need to get Duncan Robinson out of here. KCB. I'm not giving up a first. Like, how is this a good deal for us? I don't get it. Sterling Brown, Jake Lehman, Mike Muscala, Doug McDermott in a second. Like, I feel like we should at least be able to get a first for Duncan Robinson. We shouldn't be giving up picks. Alright, Buddy Hield. That's kind of interesting. I could maybe flip Hield. Nance, but I'm giving up a second again, which doesn't make sense to me. This is wild. I don't know what these trades. Hold on, I just hit something with the sliders. Is that what it is? Is it because I did this? Let me do this. This Ngannou one and see if that changes it. Duncan Robinson. Okay, now this is making more sense. It's because the sliders I was using were trash. Okay. Nerlens Noel, Alec Burke, Reggie Bullock, Buddy Hield, Kara Lewis Jr. and Dwight Powell, Doug McDermott, Kendrick, Sterling Brown, Okogie, Bledsoe, and Ellaby. What if I do Robinson paired up with Iggy and Dragic? Like, just a big trade. All to one team. Will I get anything good out of it? Kira Lewis. No, I mean, I don't really want Kira Lewis. Dayron. DFS. Len. Russ. Oh, no. Alright, I might be better off. Let's do them one at a time. So let's do Iggy first. Just give me a young guy. And I don't want to give up a pick. Maurice Harkless, a second, a 24-second for the interesting. Thanasis. So I can get a second from Detroit, or is it a 24-second from Detroit? Or I can get a 24-second from Memphis plus a 26 swap best with Heat. Alright, so Iggy is going to the Memphis Grizzlies. Now let's do Dragic next, just by himself. CJ Ellaby. I don't really want Ellaby. I mean, I like him, but Nawaba and a second from Houston. And his Freedom. I love that they actually have Freedom as his last name in the game, too. This guy, Vlatko Konkar, and a second from Denver. Is this guy any good? I'm gonna guess the answer is no. Yeah, he doesn't look to be really he's alright at free throws at least. Does he have maybe the good potential? No. Dayron Sharp, Marshall, none. 26 first in this guy. That's a 26 first though, but it is unprotected, which is kind of nice. Kevin Knox and a 26 second. I mean, Knox is a young guy. He's not any good though. Cove, Grant Williams, Dean Wade, Tony Bradley in a second. Isaiah Joe. Who's Isaiah Joe? Let's see. I've never heard of this guy before from the Sixers. Isaiah Joe. Gafford, Damian Lee, Ellaby. I mean, Ellaby just isn't good. I mean, he is young though. He's 21. Let's do this deal. Let's get us Nwaba in a second. What's that one where we get a first? Udoka Azubuike. 2-year deal. He's 22, and we get a first. We give up a second, but I'm fine with this deal. So now we have Monk starting at small forward. Jones, Clark. I don't even think that guy we got's gonna play. No, he's not. Not at all. But we need to trade Duncan Robinson now, because he's taking up minutes from the young guys and taking up money. Now I do have a plan for this offseason that you guys will see. It's gonna be solid. John Wall, Nawaba, Thad Young, Olenek, Powell, Buddy Hield, Harris. Can we get a guy? Russell Westbrook. Wow. Nerlens Noel. This is basically a pick swap, it looks like. Because we're swapping for we get a 26 second, but I don't need another center. Delon Wright, Warren Gomez, no. Montrezl Harrell and Dennis Smith Jr. for him and Jalen McDaniels. I do like Dennis Smith Jr., but I don't think I want Montrez on this team, and I don't need another center. Capella for him and Greg Brown. That's actually not like a bad deal, but I can get Culver, Covington, and Semi Ojeleye or Kyle Kuzma, but I have to give up a first. But I do kind of want Kuzma. I think Kuzma would. Oh, but he's 26 already. What's Culver? Is Culver any good? I don't really think so. Is he good at anything here? His potential's a C. Do I do this Kuzma deal? Because this is a lottery protected first. And I get Kuzma, who probably would be my starting power forward, I have to imagine. He is pretty good. He's still young. But we're going after a power forward in this draft. I don't like any of these deals, if I'm being honest. I'd prefer to just get like a pick or something. But I don't want to keep Duncan. Do I keep Duncan Robinson around? Maybe I just keep Duncan Robinson. Maybe that's what I do. I don't know. No, I don't want to be the all-star team. I shouldn't have anybody in it. Yeah, let's finish off these guys scouting, even though I'm starting to get more and more nervous that I won't get. I just keep winning, man. Why am I winning games? This team is really bad. I should not be winning games. And the Thunder are gonna have 2 top 3 picks. They're gonna have 3 in the top 10. That's insane. I need to absolutely tank. I cannot hold on to these good players. Can I get anything for De'Aaron? De'Aaron Fox is actually a question now. Draymond Green in a first. Leonardo, but let's see, because I don't think De'Aaron Fox is a good long-term option. So if I can flip him for like a, that could be an interesting option. Draymond Green and a first for De'Aaron Fox. I mean, we get the first, but Malik Monk. Can we get anything out of Malik Monk? He's on a 1-year deal, so he actually probably, we won't get him back. I can get a first-round pick in Damian Lee. Let's see, Cam Johnson, Fournier, a first in Tony Snell. It's a first from the Pelicans. That should actually be a pretty bad pick, or a pretty good pick actually. I meant to say they should be a bad team. Mitchell Robinson, Ryan Arcidiacono, or Arcidiacono, I'm not sure exactly how you say that. Lamar Stevens and a first. Okay, that's a 1.5 star first. They're giving up Kyle Kuzma straight up for Malik Monk. But I think that makes us too good right now. A 26 first. What's the other? That's a 24 first. We're doing this deal to the Cavs for Malik Monk. He's on a 1-year deal. Do we have anybody else? Derek Jones is on a 1-year deal. Can we get anything out of him? Maybe a pick. A young player. I don't want to give up any picks though. All these. Okay, Warner Gomez and a second. Warner Gomez also on a 1-year deal, so I'm basically just getting a free second-round pick out of that. Yeah, I'll do this one. Like I said, just to get the free second-round pick. Anybody else on a 1-year deal here? Jalen McDaniels. Just give me every pick that's on the table. Is anybody else offering picks? Dennis Smith Jr. for Jalen McDaniels straight up. I actually kind of like this trade. I like Dennis Smith Jr. as a player. What do they have as potential? He's still a C+. I'm assuming Jalen McDaniels also a C+. Yeah, but Jalen McDaniels is probably going to be better in the game. I get this random small forward, but I get a second-round pick. I've never heard of this guy, but I might circle back to that. Any other? Can I Warner Gomez? Do I get any picks here? David Nwaba and a second in 26. I might do this Dennis Smith Jr. deal for Warner Gomez. Let's do that. Let's see. Let's go by position now. Dennis Smith Jr., Saban Lee, okay. Coffee Herter Robinson. He's on a 1+1. He might leave. I don't know if is that a team option? It is a team option, so we could bring him back if we want to, but let's see what's on the table. I like the idea of him on the team. But Cam Johnson, another power forward though. I don't know if we need another power forward. 24 first-round pick in Tony Snell. 25 first-round pick in Day'Ron Sharp. 24 second. Nikhil Alexander Walker. He's only 23. I'm big on Nikhil Alexander Walker, like in real life, but is he any good in the game? His potential's a B-. Amir Coffee, he's younger. Wow, they have Amir is better though. That's kind of wild. There is this first round pick in 23. Oh, it's in 24. We get Tony Snell, but I don't know, this is kind of interesting. What's this? So this game he's getting 9.1 points per game. 9.1 points per game. He's getting 8.5. Yeah, I guess. Let's see, 44%, 36%, 45, 34. How many minutes, though, is the big thing? That's in 24 minutes, and Alexander Walker's doing it in 17 minutes. I actually think the Alexander Walker might be a little bit better for us. Let's see, over his driving layup is really good. His mid-range in 3 is not great. His mid-range is 3 is actually really good. Oh, I'm gonna keep him here, Coffee. Can we get anything for Herder before his salary kicks in? Is actually kind of important here. Before his salary kicks in. A 24 first, top 3 protected. That could be big. 23 second. 22 second. 25 first and Dwight Powell. No, I'm gonna keep Herder, but I'm going to trade Robinson now. I have to trade Robinson now. Without giving up a pick. Like, I don't care at this point. He's winning us too many games. And he's not old enough for the timeline of the team. Reggie Bullock and a second might be the go-to. A 24 second for a 23 second. Like I said, I don't really want to give up any picks, though. Those guys for Capella, 23 second. Okay. So we are doing Duncan Robinson for Reggie Bullock and a second round pick. Okay. Let's go to our coaching now. We have Fox, Herder, Bullock, Jones, Clark, Coffee, McDaniel, Smith, Stevens, Lee. I'm alright with that. I wish that Chetty was healthy so that I could trade him. Brandon Clark. Reggie Bullock. Let me see if I can get anything for Clark or Bullock here. Can I get a pick for Brandon Clark? I can get a 26 first, but to give up a second. I'd prefer not to give up a second, but it is a first, so I'll think about it. Maybe. I'm getting big offers on Brandon Clark here. Joe Harris. 22 second round pick, best with the Nets. Mitchell Robinson, straight up for Brandon Clark. Mitchell Robinson. Who's better? 1 year deal though, expiring. I'm probably gonna have to pay him a lot of money. A 25 first round pick and this power forward I've never heard of. But I'm pretty much there for the pick. 22 first and Javon Carter. It's from Milwaukee, though, it's going to be a trash pick, but I will take it because I might be able to flip that to improve my own draft pick, which is a possibility. And then let's see, maybe Reggie Bullock, just see if we can get anything for him. Probably not, but we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, it doesn't look like we're being offered anything. There's that, to get that, oh, that Caruso, but we're giving up a lot for that. Sterling Brown, who's younger, makes less money. I'm gonna do that Sterling Brown deal just so I can get off that contract. Okay, let's go. And now he's our starter. He's younger. So yeah, this team is garbage. Hopefully we lose out the rest of the season. Oh, now Jetty is healthy. Now that we can't trade him, it's healthy. Alright, we just signed some randoms. I think we got a full scouting on all these guys. Wow, they really have Paolo down in the dumps there, huh? Alright, scout best first rounders. Let's go. Okay. We're gonna simulate out the regular season. Yeah, let's look at contract extensions. I'm not sure. Okay, Jalen Daniels won't resign. Mark Saul, not sure how he is in our thing. Oh, he's probably one of the randoms we picked up. That makes sense. Oh my god, look at that sea of red. We are doing fantastically bad right now, which is just what we want. Lamar Stevens, don't know who this guy is. De'Aaron Fox, he's out. Okay, and I'm sure these mock drafts, have we jumped up the board? Yeah, we're up to 8th now. What is the Wizards' record? Let's go to League News. Where's our standings? Where are our team standings? Is it standings? Here we go. Lottery odds. They're 26 and 48. We are 27 and 48, so we're actually not that far behind. We could theoretically, end the season worse than them. But the tank off is very close. It's very, very close. Alright, our MVP is Luka Doncic. Cade Cunningham wins Rookie of the Year. Kemba Walker is 6th man. DPOY is Giannis. MIP De'Aaron Fox, you love to see it. And Steve Nash is your Coach of the Year. Our final mock drafts, we are projected to get the 4th overall pick, which we definitely want to get the 1st, but let's see here. Let's simulate out the playoffs. And the Los Angeles Clippers have won the championship. Paul George wins Finals MVP, and I think that is where I'm going to call it. So that is the first episode of the Las Vegas Vipers expansion franchise. I'll come back for part 2. We will get into the draft. Hopefully we get the 1st overall pick. We'll see how it goes, but let me know in the comments down below what you thought of this series. I definitely am getting more into 2K, so I'd love to keep this up, keep it going, but we'll see. Depends on the response. Anyway, guys, if you liked the video, please leave a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this every single day. Until next time, bye-bye.